Grace and peace, grace and peace. I'm going to do a teaching. These are called the 5 different types of walk-in souls. Okay? Hello. So as I was sitting in meditation, um, Spirit put something on my mind before I started teaching about the 5 different types of walk-in souls. Okay? Sometimes we feel misunderstood, okay? Understood means beneath, inner means inner, over means over, okay? So this time I'm going to use the word understood. When you are misunderstood, we feel misunderstood when in reality others understand, overstand us better than what we think they do, okay? A lot of people fully understand, overstand more than they think, more than we think they do. A lot of people play stupid, okay? They want people to feel sorry for them, okay? So once again, this is very important. Feel the energy. Don't pay attention to the words people are saying. Because when you feel it in your soul, you feel it in your spirit. Okay, but once again, sometimes we feel misunderstood when in reality others overstand us better than we think they do. We need to remember that being misunderstood is a feeling. Feelings is emotions. We are allowed to have emotions because we are human. The reason we feel that way is because we don't get the response out of that person that we wanted. We feel misunderstood, we get in our feelings, is because we didn't get that response that we thought we was. Okay? So we get in our feelings. Sometimes it's called triggering. All right? It's oneself that needs to feel understood, overstood. It's ourself that feels lonely. It's ourself that wants to be accepted. So we, instead of focusing on maybe it's me, we take it out on another person. That's what misunderstood really means. It's a feeling. And by that feeling, we expect people to cater to us. And we expect people to follow through. But sometimes, once again, a healer is not a healer that's going to heal you. A healer triggers you for you to heal what's inside of you. Once again, that's why we misunderstood. Because in reality, we want others to see what we see, hear what we hear, feel what we feel. That's not our problem. That's not our business. Only way we do is when we tap in or spirit speak through us, God speak through us. But we also need to remember that being misunderstood is a feeling, okay? And the reason why is because we do not get the response out of that person that we wanted. So I really needed y'all to feel that, because y'all, not everybody, if this triggers you, then I'm speaking to you. You want people to always see your side, figure your side. Okay? Sometimes, once again, you're the problem. So you want to say everybody don't understand you. Everybody misunderstand you. Everybody's triggering you. No, baby. That's a feeling. You need to learn to accept you. You have to understand that's you feeling lonely. That's you feeling depressed. Okay? That's you, because misunderstood is a feeling. All right? It's ourself that's feeling that way. And it triggers us when people don't see it how we want, or people don't react how we want it to react. All right? Because honestly, we understand. But because we're not reacting how you want, because we're not giving you some cheese to go with that wine, or we're not breastfeeding you, you get triggered. All right? So I'm getting ready to start teaching. All right? Because apparently everybody's scared to join me on a podcast. So I guess this is going to be my podcast. Okay? So we're going to talk about 5 different types We're going to do it in segment because I don't want to go over too long. So there's 5 different types of walk-ins or souls. Okay, what is a walk-in, you ask? Of course, I'm going to tell you what a walk-in is. Okay, walk-in when there is more than one soul in a single physical body. Okay, you can be the walk-in, or you can have one walk with you. Okay, Spirit told me to go slow, so I'm going to go slow. 5 different types of walk-in souls. Okay, everybody don't have a soul, baby. All right, some just have a spirit. Walk-ins are where there is more than one soul in a single physical body. You can be the walk-in, or you can have one walk with you. So questions. Yes, I answer questions. Somebody might say, you may be wondering how to know if you have a walk-in soul. Good question, Anul. Of course, I will answer that for you. 5 main topics, 5 main types, okay? I can't even read my own writing. They all have very different traits, okay? Traits is behaviors, if those that didn't know. They also have different effects on the body or mental health. Okay, break it down. What do you mean, Anua, when you say body or mental health? Okay, things that trigger you. Bipolar, personality disorder, schizophrenia, body aches. Okay, type 1 of a walk-in soul is called human bound, braided soul, or twin flame. Most of y'all heard it by twin flame. Okay, there's 3 types of twin flames. There's a runner, there's a karmic, and there's a soulmate. All right. So type 1 of a walk-in, soul walk-in, okay, is 2 human souls in a physical body. So for example, Gemini is known as the twins, okay? So there's 2 human souls in a physical vessel. How do you get it? From the beginning of the time, 0 AD, the beginning, okay, all the way up to the end of the 18th century. Okay, the reason why, because during the AD, the beginning of the time in the 1800th century, there was a lot of magic going on. People was doing the magic, okay? It was heavily in the biblical days, okay? Sorcery, they call them soothsayers, whatever you want to do it, idol worshiping. It goes way back then. This goes back to the Babylonian days. This goes back to the second Exodus, when Moses freed the Jews. This goes back to your ancestors, generational curse breakers, okay? A lot of blood rituals, creating a lot of Akashic soul bonds. These are called soul ties, baby. Once again, bipolar, personality disorder, schizophrenia. It ties down into the blood. The blood is very powerful. The blood cannot lie. So I'm talking about the 5 different types of walk-in souls. All right, I'm going to give you an example. First, before I give you the example, words are very powerful. You heard people say it. You heard me say it. Words are life and death. Words are spells. They cause a lot of damage, whether you know it or not. So how do you know about human bond, braided souls, and twin flames? Okay, I'm getting ready to give you an example. You hear people say, especially in your marriage vows, that's a ritual. When the penis goes into the vagina, that's why the ring goes on the finger. Okay? The ring going on the finger represents the penis going into the vagina. Represent you going into the spiritual realm. As above, so below. So when you do your vows, and the Holy One is standing there, or the judge, and they say, till death do us part. You just made a bond. You just made a contract, bond. And you honored it with the finger going into the ring. The second one, we'll be together forever. Okay? Having intercourse during that juicy stage. We'll be together forever. You saying this while you're getting your biscuits buttered. We'll be together forever. Number 2 example. Number 3, I promise to never leave you. I promise to never leave you. These create soul contracts. They can be broken. It takes a shaman to break them. Just can't anybody break them. You have to be gifted in that area. And it's more than just burning candles. It's more than just taking a black walnut bath. It goes deeper than that. You have to travel to the heavenly courts. Yes, there is a such thing called heavenly courts. So all these people talk about doing a goat sacrifice and doing all that. That just makes the matter worse. That's not how you break it. Once again, you have to get a certified shaman to do it. Once again, we are a conduit of good and bad. So you have to choose by the energy. Everybody's not good. Everybody's not bad. All right. So this goes back to twin flames, braided soul, human bond, making sacrifices. All right. The walk-in comes in when you need to be safe. This is when it comes in, when you need to be safe, or because something big is coming up, when you need someone to literally walk beside you. Mama, I can't do this alone. You said you would never leave me. You said you will always be here with me. You just created a bond. Your lover, don't do this. We're together. You just created a bond. So you will not have to face it alone. Sometimes it's somebody you don't know. Sometimes it's an earth spirit that heard you, that connected to you. That's why there's spiritual laws of contacting the dead. And some of y'all violate that because, oh, I'm gifted. I'm a medium. I can see and talk to the dead people. But you break the laws, as above, so below. So you create something and sometimes you can't get it off. You got to go to somebody that can do it. And then you get angry because they charge a certain amount. Let me tell you the reason why they charge a certain amount. Because that person can die trying to save you because you did something because you think you know everything. You did something because you feel like the rules don't apply to you. As above, so below. Example. If the soul knew what's going on to have an experience like in an abusive relationship, your soul, there's lower soul, middle soul, upper soul. You have 3 levels. A lot of y'all think y'all talking to your higher self. Y'all not. Y'all talking to your lower self. Your lower self communicates with your higher self because you're not even there yet. Your higher self will go right over your head. All right? No one knows everything. But a lot of y'all got a B4 Y'all think y'all know everything. That's why y'all be effing up the rotation. Because y'all feel like can't nobody tell y'all what to do. Once again, this goes back to what I said. Misunderstanding. That's a trigger. It's a feeling. For you to walk in your power, you have to learn rejection. For you to walk into your true divine self, you have to become friends with the things you don't like about yourself. Some of y'all need to grow up spiritually. Some of y'all very immature spiritually. And then y'all go and F something up and then expect somebody to always clean up after you. No. So when you are in you have an experience like in an abusive relationship, right when it's finally over, you know, a lot of people say, I used to be that way. That's because you finally over, okay? You entered a spiritual awakening era that needed extra strength to get through it. That's when you got to walk through. When you finally break that domestic violence, you said, I'm not going back. That's when you started your spiritual awakening. That's how you got a walk through. That soul stepped in and helped you to get the courage to leave that person alone. That is a walk through. This type of walk-in brings some of physical issues or even mental diagnosis. Bipolar. That's why a lot of y'all are bipolar, personality disorders. For example, don't let this side of me come out. That is a walk-in. That's another soul. That's called a personality disorder. Those people that black out, that's when the tag team, that other one come in, the evil twin, where have you been? Like that song, Anxiety's Watching Me. Okay, people make songs for a reason. So stop singing songs if you don't know the reason. Just because it's a catchy tune, you got to pay attention to the lyrics, because y'all calling in things. Once again, every disorder, depression, anxiety, anger, all that are attachments. That's how you get attachments. Those are called walk-ins. Okay? Only time you get medicine is just to numb it. You have to literally get that broken off. Woo, that's why a lot of people's like, I'm bipolar. Baby, no, you're not. You have an extra something inside of you that's walking, because during your weakest, you call that to you. Then we have type 2, lower vibrational, energetic, math walk-ins. This is common when you have near-death experiences. You heard people say you got to die to be reborn. Tag team, you got to walk in. Okay, I know a lot of y'all seen the movie Sybil. She had many. And when somebody was trying to mess with her, they tag team. It does exist. Okay, someone can step into a body who's not an enlightened soul, a demon, a low vibrational. That's why drinking alcohol is an Arabic demon. Okay? Substance abuse, cocaine, marijuana, mushrooms. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be doing that, because it invites. You're weakened. You open. So that's when they come on in. Have you ever heard of times when a person who woke up in a hospital and forgot who they were? Amnesia? Because when I was in a coma, it happened to me. But I knew who I was, but I didn't know what time it was. I was stuck in the era 90s with my mom and dad. They passed in 2011 and 2012, I do believe. So during that time when I was in a coma, I was with them the whole time. So I lost track of time, because when you're in a coma, you don't make dreams. So when they asked me what year, I couldn't speak. So I couldn't write. So I mouthed 1999, and they seen 99. They said, no, this is what year it is. So literally, I didn't have amnesia, but that part of me in 99 came back to me to help me heal. So I had to die to be reborn. So when people are in comas and they have amnesia, when they forget who they are, this is when an energetic match walk in. Okay? This, when you have soul fragments, soul loss, that's the reason why. They floating around somewhere, wandering around. That's why past life regression, that's why doing soul ties through contracts help get you that back. Soul retrieval gets that lost part back. They help you together. All right? Substance abuse, alcohol or narcotic, plays into low vibrational fields. When y'all are high and when y'all drunk, what do it happen? You tell the truth when you drunk. You tell the truth when you high. When you high, marijuana-wise, you just mellow. You think of stuff because you have stuff telling you stuff. Okay? Cocaine, you're very angry. Alcohol, you're very angry. You want to hurt somebody because a walk-in came through. Anger, depression, sadness, apathy, guilt, and shame are all attachments. Some people think it's cool. Oh, Roman came and helped me. Don't let Roman came out. Roman is a very demonic thing that will hurt you. That's why Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, a lot of them. That's what happened. That's what happened. Like that guy that got out and killed his mother and brother and went right back in. Just been out like 2 weeks out of prison. Because whatever happened that he built up that anger, it was jealousy and envious towards his mother and a little brother. Sometimes parents don't realize y'all do show favoritism and other kids see it. That builds up. That builds up. That builds up. So when they close to breakthrough or whatever, them voices come in like, hey, Charlie, you ain't going to take that no more. Remember, I was the one there for you. You need to handle that, dog. She would never do that to you again. That's how come a lot of killings come through because of walk-ins. Those are attachments. It takes a skilled shaman, or if you into church, that's what priests do. They perform exorcism. This is how you do it. Then you wonder why things are not happening, okay? First of all, a lot of y'all are chosen to do this. But y'all don't want to go through the healing process. Y'all want to jump in and hurry up and be Captain Save-A-Hole. And you hurt yourself. Hurt people, hurt people. The first part of spirituality is healing. Healing is just not taking a bath. Healing is just not journaling. Healing takes time, because it's deeply rooted. Once again, the sins of the parent falls on the children. Do you know your sins go all the way back to the Hebrews that was in Egypt? Those are your ancestors. Reason why God did not save the slaves is because of the sins of them. He was angry because you kept repeating the same thing. And what's happening? This is the second Exodus. Y'all repeating the same thing. Y'all praying to the wrong God. That's reason why you're not getting your prayers answered. Once again, if you read the Torah, it says King of the universe, gods of gods. He is a capital G. Everybody else is lower G. On the 6th day, my friend, he made human in his image. So which means you are a lowercase God. You are a demigod and a demigoddess. If you want to go way back, people don't understand. God hovered over Mary to create Yeshua, Jesus. Okay? Which is a manifestation of him. He created like his higher self, a soul, to go into Mary to demonstrate what you were supposed to do, because apparently your ancestors just couldn't get it right. So he told his 12 apostles that, oh, ye so little faith, you have me here with you. And he started talking to the future. The ones that never laid their hands on me, got to hear me speak, will be more powerful than I, because I will work through them. That's why I said you were made in his image. So he came back and gave y'all a second chance, and you know what? You effed up the rotation. Y'all want an easy, quick. All y'all care about is binding. All y'all care about is getting rich quick. All y'all care about is hurting people. And that's why y'all in the position that y'all are in today. So I told you 2 types. The first one was human bond, braided soul, twin flame. When you make contracts, soul contracts, till death do us part. We'll be together forever. I promise to never leave you. Y'all, when y'all was little, y'all made Let's do blood packs. Y'all just made a blood contract. Y'all still doing it today. Y'all cut yourself. Y'all do that. Y'all get your biscuits buttered with y'all special sauce. Then you wonder why things happen the way it happened. The second type, lower vibrational, energetic, math walk-ins. Come from any type of trauma, near-death experience, abusive relationships, okay? You addicted to drugs, you addicted to porn, you addicted to sex. Addicted to porn brings in also walk-ins. Okay? The third type is the original occupant, which is you. Or with this type, we often see another person or being who has gone further in their spiritual development work being hired. What I mean by that, you is the one chosen in your family. This is called the black sheep, golden sheep. You're the generational curse breaker. You are called the original occupant. That's why if you notice certain things that you do come easily for you. Okay? If you notice certain relationships is a repeat behavior. Your grandmother did it. Great-grandmother did it. They can't keep a relationship in and out of jail. Somebody that's on drugs all the time. Someone's always getting pregnant. Never married. You're supposed to break that. If you notice, you keep repeating it. Okay? This is work being hired to a family. You pick that family to help lighten the load. You felt sorry. Before you got your meat suit, you picked that family. Enlightened being will come together with the person who is genetically hooked into the family line and gets to work. These are the symptoms. Feeling like you don't fit in. Number 2, being the black sheep of the family. Number 3, having different beliefs and value than your family. Number 6, you look different. You're the odd one. You can see the resemblance, but you don't really, you look a little like your mom and your dad, but you're the oddball. You look different. You were hired to break generational curses. All right. The fourth type is starseed walk-in. Y'all are here to raise the consciousness of humanity, to integrate your wisdom from other planets, incarnations, and galaxies. In order to do your job, you need to be clear on your human level trauma so you can accelerate to the higher levels of what you are. This is one that you might want to say the gift of prophecy, the fivefold members, fivefold of the ministry. I told you the different types of there was 11 types of empaths that I did on my last one. Okay, one of y'all are indigo children. You see what I'm saying? You have vivid dreams and visions. You're that seer. Okay, you are teaching on certain subjects and sharing. You're that master teacher, master healer. Okay? You have a big urge to support humanity. You are a light worker. You are an empath. You are a starseed. You came here to do a job, not to get comfortable. When you do your job, then you get rewarded. That's why a lot of y'all is not financially blessed, because you're not starting off right. You started off wrong. You jumping right in. First thing you like, F my ancestors. You go straight to the deities. You go straight to the Lawals. You go straight to the Orishas. Once again, let me remind you, you are your ancestors, good and bad. The sins of your parents, their parents, their parents. So I'm going to just say the sins of your ancestors fall on you. The last one is galactic level walk-in. You are here to bring new invitations and possibilities to humans. Your job is to help humans get right. Your job is to help get them out of the matrix. Your job is to help wake them up. Your job is to lead them to the water, not to make them drink. Your job is Moses, and majority of the time Moses have an Aaron. This is your season toward the second Exodus. Okay, you're type 5. You are very advanced. Very advanced. You have all your clairs is open. Okay? You have no ancestral trauma or family baggage. Okay? You guys are simply here to activate. If you notice, a lot of people that are activators, okay, and experiencer, you don't have to go through the dark night of the soul or low witch or trauma, but instead you step into leadership roles and visionary roles naturally. Nikola Tesla is the number 1. It's another one. Albert Einstein is number 2. But the one is the best of all of them is Jesus. Yeshua. Jesus. Yeshua. The ascended masters. Some of y'all are, not all of y'all. Trust me, not all of y'all. Shoot, y'all didn't get that memo. Y'all flunked the class. You know. But some of y'all are called. Y'all are chosen. The 144 are ascended masters in human form to get these people together. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to say this again for the people that came in late. When you are misunderstood, understood, there's understood, understood, overstood. Okay? Sometimes we feel misunderstood when in reality, others understand, overstand us better than we think they do. People like to play stupid because they know you're going to fold. They know you're going to give in. That's why I said people lie. Start paying attention to the energy. Start listening, because spirits will tell you, you know they full of shit, right? You know they doing that on purpose, right? Because they don't want to do the work. Because they know you have a kind heart. You always giving. Once again, when you give all the time, people get codependent on that. And then when spirit tell you to cut it off, or spirit cuts it off, they become a frenemy. They talk about you. They say it's you. They say, you triggered me. I don't give a fuck, Keisha. You know, we need to remember that being misunderstood is a feeling. The reason we feel that way is because we don't get the response out of the person that we wanted. It's ourself that needs to feel understood, understood, overstood. It's ourself that's feeling lonely. It's ourself wants to be accepted. That's why you have that emptiness. A lot of relationships go wrong. I just want him to love me. I just want her to love me. I just want people to love me. Love is a feeling. Love is an emotion. Love is a verb. Love is a noun. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is slow to anger. For you to want love, you have to give it to you. People say, where do I start, Anul? You start with you, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. You start with you. You start at the beginning. And a lot of y'all don't want to start at the beginning. You plant a seed. It has to grow. Don't plant an apple seed and expect a pineapple to grow from it. Even though it's a pineapple, but you planted an apple. The last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. Or the nut. So if you really want somebody to understand you, overstand you, understand you, then you need to understand, and overstand yourself. Sometimes the problem can be solved if you check yourself first, boo. The problem today is everybody want to blame other people for their fuck ups, but they never want to take the accountability that sometimes they the fuck up. That's nice, Ricky. Ricky, go find something to do, okay? Go find something to do, Ricky. Go find something to do. Go play at a toy store. Don't play with me. Before I get off here, is there any questions for me to answer? Was there anything you did not grasp? Is there anything you want me to elaborate on? Give you another example? Okay, Amber, you said, what if I prayed to the right God, but I'm still didn't get my prayer answered and I escaped to cut two as well? All right, good question. First of all, you have to build a relationship with your Father. God is the Father. He is the Creator. You have to build a relationship. Trust me, baby, there's people in church that does not build a relationship with God. God wants your heart. God sees your heart. You can know the Bible front to back. You can pray all the prayers you want. But if your heart's not in it, God is not going to hear you. Some people pray for the wrong things. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. He gives you what you need, Amber. Okay? Sometimes God loves a cheerful giver. Sometimes you have to forgive your enemies. And if you don't forgive your enemies, your heart's not pure. I didn't say you're going to forget what they did. I didn't say you're going to forget what those that hurt you did to you. You bless those that curse you. It's easier for you to pour into people that love you than it is to pour into people that don't. So for you to strengthen your prayer line, you have to be intimate with God. He has to be your best friend. You have to learn to let go. God cannot bless you if your cup is dirty. So God blesses the evil and the non-evil because we're all God's children. But you need to build a relationship. Your heart is far from Him. You gotta have faith even during the storm. Some of y'all only pray to God when things get rough. You have to pray during the good times and the bad times. You have to build a relationship with God. He already supplies your needs. But you also, Father God, I pray for that lady that just cursed me out today. I don't know what she's going through, but God, I give it to you. God, I don't know why I'm going through this, but you said you got me, God, and I'm going to trust you. God cannot lie. He is the same yesterday, today, and in the future. So He heard your prayers, but your heart is hardened. Your heart, you need healing. You need to forgive yourself. You have a lot of healing you got to do. You hold a lot of anger. Okay? Anger stinks to malevolent spirits. First thing, same way, whether you know your father or not, or know your mother or not, even if they absent in your life, that's not your fault. There was a lesson taught. Okay? Once again, you came here. Sometimes you came here to teach your mother how to love, your father how to love. Sometimes you have to break that because y'all was not a mother and father in another lifetime. But once again, you have to learn to forgive. Forgiving is the hardest thing for people to do, humans. Because you say, why do I have to? I didn't ask for this. Technically, yes, you did. This goes back to the walk-ins. Yes, you did. You signed up for this. You had spiritual amnesia. Now that you're waking up, you're getting triggered. Those are not punishments. Those are assignments. And I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear it, but hey, it is what it is, baby. You know what I'm saying? It is. Forgiveness is the hardest thing. It says you must be like a child. Well, I don't know about the children this year, this season. They come out killing people. So I don't know. They're a different type of children. So I'm going to go back to the past type of children. They fight. Children don't see color. You wasn't born to hate. You wasn't born racist. It was taught. So children fight. 3 minutes, 3 seconds later, they playing, kissing each other, hugging each other. When we get adults, we become a-holes. Even though you had that midnight creeper that SA'd you, you have to forgive. Why, Anul? To take back your power. Trust me, they not losing no sleep, whether they dead or alive, okay? They not the one doing it, because every time they feed off you because you react to it. When you heal and you forgive, they nothing to you. They like dead to you. You taking back your power. You sleeping better. You moving on. Because either it's going to make you or break you. You are the author of your story. Once again, it's hard to forgive and pour into somebody that did you wrong. Spirituality ain't for the weak. It's not. So I'm going to get off of here. But I wanted to tell you the different types of walk-ins. If you're not triggering somebody, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Everybody be saying, but why everybody attacking me? I just be minding my business. Do you think the dark attacks the dark? No. If you have a house built on a hill, a mansion, and you leave the light on, and people coming in, they nosy. Like, oh, ain't no blinds? Let me see what they got. They come in to steal, kill, destroy. So if your house is in the hood and look like a shack and the lights is off, and they look like, ain't nothing in there, girl. Come on, let's go. You ain't going to get bothered. They attack because of your anointing, your light. You got something they want. Either they want you to join their crew or they want to take it. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Lucifer. Lucifer was the most beautiful, one of God's favorite. He was beautiful, many pipes. He got cocky. He got cocky. Lucifer would tell you, I promise you all this. I give you this if you give me a little something to you. You cannot sell your soul. You just get fragments of it. And then once it's out, they come right back to get something else. Next thing you know, when you don't have anything, they're going to say, who you want to offer? That's when people offer up their family. They offer up stuff like that because they get greedy. People that is resonating with Lucifer is never satisfied. They power hungry. Never happy. Let me see. Let me give you an example. P. Diddy. Let me give you another example. Jay-Z, Beyonce. Y'all go broke for somebody that don't give a F about y'all. Y'all go broke for somebody to never wish you happy soul day. Y'all rents do. Y'all rather sacrifice y'all rent, your children's happiness, to go see Beyonce, to siphon y'all energy. Because when y'all in there, you are the sacrifice. She's taking y'all essence. She's taking y'all energy. That's why she's looking younger and younger and younger. When y'all buy her stuff, she's ciphering you that stuff. That's why y'all constantly worship her. She know what she doing. Cardi B also know what she's doing. That's why y'all constantly go broke getting all that stuff. And y'all under a spell. And y'all don't even realize it. Y'all just think y'all trying to keep up with the Joneses. No, y'all under a spell. Y'all under a ritual. That's why I'm saying everything comes with a price. The light and the dark. It's always a catch-22. It's not just women, Paul. There's men doing it too. You know what I'm saying? You know what, Paul? You need healing. You also need to do shadow work. You have a lot going on. Don't judge nobody unless you walked a mile in their shoes. Be careful the questions that you're asking. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to get off here. It's funny. There's always someone that wants to interfere with a message sent. There's always some type of interference. As you just seen, Paul Smith was an interference. He was asking questions. This is what I'm talking about. Misunderstood, meant to trigger you. And I hope y'all learned a lesson from Mr. Paul Smith, because that's what happens. The enemy do not want the message shown. He tried to turn off my light, but it didn't work. So I wish y'all a happy, blessed Sunday. Okay? I send y'all peace, love, and light.